6 millennials versus 1 Gen Zer. Let's check it out.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I am a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I too am a millennial, and I have to say they all look like millennials. Maybe it's the girl, the blonde girl, maybe the girl with the purple hair, maybe the guy in the top left. He looks kind of young, but it's tough to say. I mean, everyone looks like they're a millennial. So.
What was everyone's AOL AIM Messenger name?
I was Crushed Up 40. I was a big Sonic fan. The band Crush 40 was my whole thing.
Oh, dope.
Dude, Crush 40 was sick. They had City Escape. They had Live and Learn Chat. If you guys don't know those songs, you gotta listen to them right now. The songs absolutely rip. Sonic Adventure 2, one of the best games.
Mine was Van Helsing 2099. My earliest AIM memories is actually probably in the 4th grade. And I remember that being mind-blowing to me that, I can communicate with my friends via the computer.
Do you think you could do the dial-up
I thought it was pretty sick too. I loved AOL. AIM. AIM was sick. I remember Smarter Child. I thought was my best gosh darn friend. It's just a chatbot, but you know what? That's okay. A great sound. The inspiration for dubstep, by the way. I think Skrillex once said this is an inspiration.
Mine was Pretty Rave Girl after a MySpace song that I was in love with.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've never been to a rave.
Great song, dude. Pretty Rave Girl. Actually, the song's not great. It's actually pretty horrible, but yeah, I know the song.
That point.
Love it.
I actually didn't have any because I was born and grew up in Japan and AOL wasn't a thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I also didn't have any. I was in the Philippines when I was younger, so. Before in the Philippines, I feel like there was a lag. Devices were not exactly updated like how they were in America.
Mine was Dollcat 101. I think it was because there was this game that I really liked, and then I also liked the Pussycat Dolls.
Was it like Wizard 101 or?
No, Wizard 101 wasn't the game. It was like a dress-up doll type game.
I feel like I remember what you were talking about. I played it like the little virtual like dress up your doll game.
I played so many of those.
Can anyone bust a dance move right now?
What?
Dude, it's gotta be him.
Dance moves because
It's gotta be him, dude. I think he's the Gen Zer.
I thought it'd be fun to see everyone kind of showing themselves dancing. You can do the jerk. Usher glide. SpongeBob.
Dude, nobody can dance like that.
Does this
What do you
count
call-
as
what
a
do you call that
dance
again?
move?
That counts as a dance, yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too old to do it like this one.
No, that was like, that was
disco.
That's before our time.
That's disco.
yeah.
For me, I guess like ever since I was in elementary school, I like memorized like the Soldier Boy.
Hell yeah.
So that was like my shit.
Did you say elementary school for that?
I did. But hey, there you go.
Okay, that's interesting.
That would have been elementary
I have
school.
a distinct memory.
That would have been elementary school for me too, I think. Even though I was born '93, so I would have been. That could have been late middle school or high school actually. So maybe he gave himself away.
That cranked out was my freshman year of college. So I was like, damn, he would have had to have been pretty young for him to still be in elementary school when that song was popping. What was everybody's favorite?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it was
cartoon
not elementary
when
school
they
for
were
me.
A kid, like under 10.
Already, if you're in Philippines, you might know this, but my favorite was Doraemon, which is about this like cat-shaped robot, and he got this like
pretty
little
cute.
pocket and has a bunch of gadgets to like help people out.
Oh wait, yeah, I know that.
Hey!
It's like a tiny like blue dude,
Yes,
right? And
yes,
he has like
yes.
kind of like a cat. Yeah, I remember
Because
that.
I know like that was airing like all over the Asia.
Yeah, that was popping
so-
in Asia.
Yeah.
For me, it was more like, I mean, everyone loves Dragon Ball, right?
When you said Dragon Ball, you mean Dragon Ball?
Do you mean original Dragon Ball or
Dragon Ball
Z?
Z.
You mean Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. Z.
I was gonna say original Dragon Ball, like, and then Z came out later, but
And GT.
You know, I liked Z. I thought Dragon Ball Z for me, that was kind of actually my first anime that I really was into. I watched Dragon Ball after. I didn't think it was good because it kind of felt like it was. I was more about the fight scenes and stuff, and I felt like Dragon Ball was more about the comedy and kind of just the adventure of Goku growing up. And I actually like Dragon Ball GT as well. It got a lot of hate, but you know what? I didn't think it was all that bad. I thought it was pretty alright. Yeah, I don't know. People online, you know, they hate it. I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool. Had some good scenes.
Yeah. Well, GT is. Let's hold on. We don't need to remember that one.
Why, dude? GT's fine. GT's sick.
Real Monsters.
Oh yeah, Real Monsters.
Let me dap you for that, bro. Let me dap you for that, bro.
Was that Crumb?
I gotta dap you.
Is that yours too?
I wouldn't say it was my number one, but I mean,
Dude,
that was heavy on the
Vader's in.
Nicktoons. If I had to choose one from that time, maybe Doug.
Oh, Doug.
That was good.
It was on Nickelodeon.
Doug,
Same time as Our Real Monsters was. Yeah.
I watched a lot of Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
She full out said Dexter's Laboratory. And the reason that made me a little bit sus is because I feel like normally people would say just Dexter's Lab. That's what it was in the theme song. In Dexter's Lab.
I really liked when Dexter would tell Dee Dee to get out of his laboratory, like, get out of my laboratory.
I think that guy's kind of overanalyzing a little bit, but, you know.
I just liked the word laboratory, so.
Trying to think of one that somebody hasn't named
Fair.
that I liked aside from that. I watched a lot of like Cartoon Network, so for
that
me,
era was Count Chicken,
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo.
I actually kind of liked Johnny Bravo, but looking back, I'm like, that show was terrible.
I actually
did watch it a lot.
I hated Johnny Bravo as a kid because I'm like, oh, dude, he's just such a himbo, dude. It's just Himbo the TV show, and I could not stand it, dude. I could not stand that show. Could not stand Johnny Bravo. My friends love Johnny Bravo. Like, dude, turn this off. I hate this guy, dude. He's just.
Lot.
I love Johnny. It definitely hit at the time. I love Johnny Bravo.
Oh, you have the style.
Thank you.
I hate him.
She was very quiet, but she also gave the look of a Gen Z.
He said that the Soulja Boy came out when he was in elementary school, and I know how old I was. I think I was like late middle school, so that doesn't sound right.
Me too. I think I was the same age as her. I don't know, but I think definitely it's him. I think he's the dude.
Okay, good luck, guys.
They picked her?
Thank you.
No way.
I do have a very Gen Z look, but I was just hoping that they would not think that the Gen Z person would be as obvious.
Hey, come check this out. I don't think you want to miss this.
This is an ad? This is an ad, isn't it?
Hold up, fam. Can you smell that? Something over there smells fuego.
All right, so my question for you is, what was the first CD album you bought?
The first one I bought for myself was Get Rich or Die Trying 50 Cent. That was the one that your parents would be like, no, I'm not buying that for you. Like,
That's right.
So I had to hustle to get that one.
I don't remember what album it was for me. For me, it was probably some metal album. But I remember my brother got an Eminem album, and my parents were not a fan of that. I forget what one came out in like the late 90s. The Slim Shady album, whatever that one was.
I get that. I was Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, there we go. There you go.
My name is. I played that song on repeat, and it's the worst song that your parents never want to hear.
I actually listened to that song when I was still in Japan, so like I didn't really, like fully understand English back then, so I was listening a lot. My parents didn't care because they don't speak English either.
Oh, so you got away with murder.
I was a free.
It's actually pretty
Good
sick.
loophole.
Yeah. Anything that was like big in here was also big in Japan. So like I don't know how popular Full House was, but I grew up watching that.
So
when I was in
popular.
Japan.
We love Full
Uncle
House.
Jesse, everybody had a crush on him, so I think that's universal. What about you?
I think it was like Usher.
Usher.
Confessions. See the thing about you that caught my eye.
For me, it was Britney Spears, Maybe One More Time, and I made my mom play it in the car like every day on the way to school.
Mine was Spice Girls, the first album.
Oh yeah.
Who was your favorite Spice Girl?
Baby Spice.
Yeah.
I actually was eating like a Chupa Chups, that little lollipop that
No,
she had on
Chupa
there.
Chups. Do they still make those? Does anyone know?
They do in Japan. I don't know about here.
Is it a Japanese candy?
No. I think it's like somewhere from Europe, right?
From Spain, I think. Because
Spain,
I
okay.
think Dali designed the thing.
You're right. Like there's a little.
That's
What
pretty
was your guys'
sick.
like after school
That's pretty
activity
sick.
back then?
For me, I was a little antisocial, so I just stayed at home and like drew and like
Me
read.
too.
So I read like Harry Potter books. Like I was
Yeah.
a huge fan of those, so I would like read them over and over again.
I have this big ass computer, and I love just to spend the whole afternoon writing books. So I wrote 3 books because I was in love with one of my friends.
Are you an author right now?
No, I'm not. I write science
so
fiction and I
artsy.
draw.
I played like the speed cups and Beyblade.
Oh, yeah. I remember Beyblade. Yeah.
It feels like his answers, it feels like he went and he like went on the internet, like what things millennial did as kids. And he's just like, he studied it and he's like, okay, I know exactly what to say here. We got Beyblades, we got cup stacking. Those are so millennial.
What was your guys' collectible? Like, I was a WWF
Yo,
card collector.
yes, yeah. The fact that you said WWF though.
Who was your favorite wrestler?
I loved Hulk Hogan. I loved Triple H when it went to WWE. And
Okay. I was The
Was
Rock.
it Sean? Oh my God.
Shawn Michaels?
Heartbreaker. Yeah.
Yeah, HBK. Yeah. Shawn Michaels. Sweet chin music, bro.
Those were my gay awakenings, but.
Was anyone into video games?
Yeah,
video games.
What's everyone's favorite or system or game then?
First console?
64, Nintendo 64.
Nice, yeah,
First
me
console
too.
was NES. I was NES baby.
I was a GameCube.
That was your first console?
Not my first console. I was a GBA first, and then I went GameCube, and that's why I was a GameCube guy.
I'm a SNES, and I had Street Fighter, I believe.
Yeah,
on
bro.
that.
I was not a video game
That's pretty sus.
person, but my brother had a PlayStation 2. All right, that's like the oldest one I remember.
PlayStation
And
2.
so,
Okay, yeah, that one was
And so we'd
bomb.
play like Mario Kart and things like that together.
On PS2?
I think so.
They didn't make it for PS2.
Oh.
But you
One
did.
of 'em.
I'm just but
But I didn't play games. I was just like.
That's fair. I think that could be a mistake. You know, that could be a mistake, red flag. But also, if you're not playing games, she clearly doesn't play games. She said she didn't play games.
Whatever.
She said the oldest game she played was like PS2. That's when I clocked her that she could be Gen Z. Because like my first was Nintendo, so.
right.
Just because of the
It's kinda
GameCube,
sus.
But what would you do if this
Oh, you blow it.
Okay.
Took it with them.
Listen,
You know how to blow?
props, bro.
all Nintendo products you blow into to make it work.
Can we have you do it?
Fun fact: you're actually not supposed to blow into it. On the back of all the game boxes, it says don't do that. Because by doing it, you can create condensation. So, fun fact: don't blow into your cartridges.
Do you still have the N64? What?
Don't hit it.
You don't do it like this?
No!
To be fair, I'm pretty sure multiple people have said that doesn't actually work though, that it was in our heads.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So actually, what's happening is it's the pins lining up. So when you put it in, the pins have to line up from the cartridge to the machine, and if they're not lined up, it's not gonna work. So by taking it out and putting it back in is actually the solution, and not blowing into it.
I know.
Hey, when I
makes
boot it up,
sense, yeah.
So.
I still think it's the guy in the middle, the guy in the blue jacket.
May I ask a question or no?
No.
Coral just seemed really young. She also seemed like the one that was talking the least.
Can I ask it now?
No talking.
It's an important question.
Oh, come here.
Okay. Back in the day, we could collectively say like we don't want to vote. We think we caught them all.
We'll do that eventually.
But you can't suggest it.
No, I'll do it.
You got it. Oh, okay.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
R.I.P. dude.
Honestly, I wasn't surprised that I was voted out the round I was, just because of the conversation that was going on that round. It was a lot about, the things that I wasn't as familiar with growing up, so a lot of the video games and a lot of the anime and things like that.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you could end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. So please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
Continue playing, dude. It's the guy in the
Game
blue.
is over.
It is fun.
I must ask you a question. Do you know your love print? Well, I just did a.
Let's see if we got fooled.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got it.
Yeah, I think we did too.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, no.
So if the lights turn green, that means you have voted out the mole and you win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose.
It's him, dude. Look how sus he looks.
Oh, what the?
No!
It's not you.
No, it's not.
I know it's not you.
It's this motherfucker.
I think it's gonna
It's this motherfucker. He came with the cartridge. I knew it. I knew it.
Will the person who is Gen Z please step forward and reveal yourselves in 3, 2, 1.
Whoa. I did not expect that, dude.
I would have never thought it was you.
Okay, I'm Trey. I'm 22.
Whoa. Dude, there's no way he's 22.
Got it here.
I remember people saying, you don't look 22, you look 28. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I love looking mature. I relate more with an older generation than I do with, you know, Gen Z in a sense.
Is Hulk Hogan your favorite wrestler?
No, I didn't like wrestling at all.
Damn, you lied,
For a
dude.
second, and he was like Shawn,
He's
and
good.
he didn't know the last name. When I helped him, I was like, Shawn Michaels. I should have known. A real WWF fan would have never not known Shawn Michaels. I should have known that.
That's why I said Heartbreak Kid, because I was like, okay, I remember the initials.
He was
the
good.
Truth is, I don't
was
see
good.
much of a difference between Gen Z and Millennial. We both grew up during the time where internet was becoming a thing. The only difference is you guys transitioned into it, and I was merely born in it.
The generation before
True.
Millennial, which is Gen X, it's actually quite different. Like,
Yes.
like
And I think that is the technology factor of like Gen X maybe, you know, doesn't understand that technology at all to like look into how things are going. I was born in 1993 and I feel pretty true millennial,
Hey, me too.
but I will say there are some factors that I feel like I can relate to some Gen Z things.
I think both
Yeah.
generations are very open and flexible to anything that is new, willing to learn, willing to educate. We try not to like judge people for who they are and what they are and things like that.
That was a good episode. I was completely stumped.